Yo, his name Godfrey Park, and he not even Korean.
Yo, his name Godfrey, and he mortal.
Yo, this shit bullshit. Godfrey ain't even moral.
He ain't immortal, man. Fuck.
He ain't even moral.
He ain't got no morals.
What's that? Have you seen that video of the black guy who can't pronounce anything? Or he's trying to say heterosexual.
Oh, he goes heterosexual.
Heterosexual.
He's like, if they, I headed to sexuals.
Heterosexuals, that's what he says. He says heterosexuals.
Yeah.
And I ain't heterosexual. Now I heterosexual. Fuck. Fuck. So what are we doing here? What are we doing, Nick?
Caleb is laying on my couch. He just had a big old thing of soup, and he does not feel good.
I'm getting sick. I think I literally got a disease from Gotti.
Yeah.
At the time of this recording, we watched Gotti kind of recently, and I woke up feeling a little hungover. My throat hurt kind of bad. I was coughing a lot. You gave me some tea. I felt a little better. We recorded an episode. I was feeling good, and then I have Gotti syndrome now. I'm a little and I'm out of order, and pun. And yeah, we're gonna discuss some oldies. This is our first request episode.
Correct. Since my mom is a patron,
Yeah.
she was like, "Well, can I suggest an episode?" And she was the first person to want to do that. So we're like, "Sure, yeah, you can." So we're gonna talk about two movies that her and I both love from the 1930s that we think have enough merit that younger audiences, the people of today, will get something from. And we'll still find funny, endearing, sweet. They're classics for a reason.
I never heard of My Man Godfrey before, by the way.
This was kind of something that my mom and I found. We were like watching the Criterion Channel, and we love William Powell because
The Thin Man?
Yeah, The Thin Man, which is my namesake.
Oh.
Yes. We saw this and we said, "Oh, we haven't seen this. We'll give it a try." And we were laughing our asses off, especially at a certain scene in the middle with Carlo.
Okay, I think I know which one.
Yeah. When I saw that, I was crying. I was like, "This is amazing. Why isn't everybody talking about this?" And I've now seen it, I think 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen Bring Up Baby around the same amount of times too.
I had never seen either before. I knew what Bringing Up Baby was, never heard of Godfrey. I started with Godfrey. I kind of assumed that if I was going to dislike one of them, or if I was going to like one of them less, it'd probably be Godfrey, just because I've heard so many great things about Bringing Up Baby, and I'm like, this one might be kind of a wild card. It has a very promising start. Those opening credits, very cool.
Yes.
Panning shot of like the city and all the signs lighting up, but the signs are the credits. Very neat and creative.
Very neat for 1936.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, look at that. There's some little charm to this. And then the Thin Man is there. And I'm like, wait a second.
It's him.
That's Nick Charles.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, your middle name's Charles, isn't it? Literally your namesake.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. I didn't realize you were being serious.
Do you think I was joking for like the year we've known each other?
I forgot that your middle name was Charles. It just occurred to me.
Yeah.
Damn.
That is true.
Wow. Well, I mean, if there is a character to be named after.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got it all. William Powell, he's got the stuff, man. And he's great in this movie.
He is fantastic.
He's a bum.
He's a bum. He's a forgotten man. This is right after the Great Depression, or during, I believe.
This is the 30s, so it's during the Great Depression.
When did the Great Depression end, technically?
The end of the World War II, basically.
It was 33 to 45, right?
44.
44, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. That's right. So yeah, right in the swing of the Great Depression, Godfrey is a forgotten man. In other terms, he is homeless, he's a bum, he's destitute.
Yeah.
He's living in a literal garbage dump.
Yeah.
Kind of like in a shack there. There's some other bums who, they're really portrayed in a very just down on their luck manner. Not that they deserve it, literally everybody in the country has lost money in some sense.
They're not doing the fentanyl hang.
No, they're not.
Just people without jobs.
Yeah, they're not like the people in downtown Seattle. They're actually just like, oh, I'm looking for a job. Nobody's hiring. I'm a bank man. I'll do any work. There's just actually no work.
Yeah. And our man Godfrey, it's weird that it's called My Man Godfrey. It's just like a really interesting title. Our man Godfrey clearly has his wits about him. Or maybe I should say, I mean, he does, but a better way to put it, he has some wit. He is introduced, he's an intelligent character. It's some 1930s like wordplay dialogue kind of thing that movies used to have. And he's talking to some other bum about how like prosperity is coming or something like that.
The quote is, prosperity is just around the corner. And one of them says, I wish I knew which corner.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, cool. So we got a little snarky bum. And then a fancy car pulls up and the most annoying bitch I've ever seen in my life gets out and is like raving and ranting about like, there's a forgotten man. There's a forgotten man. I was like, what are we going to do here? Yeah.
So you see her walk down with her husband or boyfriend, I assume, who's wearing like, you know, they're dressed like high society. She's in a very beautiful dress. He's in a tuxedo with like a top hat. And she's like, oh, forgotten man, come over here, please. And he's just like, madam, what do you want? And she's basically offers him, they say they're doing a scavenger hunt. And the last thing that she needs to win is to bring a forgotten man to, I think, like the Ritz, where they're having this ball. And if she does that, she wins. So she says, hey, come with me. I'll give you, I think, $5.
She said, well, do you want to make $5? And he's like, what do I have to do for it? And she's like, you just got to come with me. And he's like, I don't understand. This is a scavenger hunt. I need a forgotten man. And he's insulted by this. And he just kind of like walks towards her.
Yes.
He doesn't push her, by the way.
He doesn't push her. He walks toward her and just basically is just like says how disgusting she is for treating people like objects. And she falls onto an ash pile. And she's like, oh, okay, I got to get out of here. It's like, you can't do this to a lady. A little bit later, you see a blonde woman appear at the garbage dump as well, which turned out to be this woman's sister, Irene.
I think they came together, didn't they? Because she's like, I saw him first. I'm going to go get him. And she's like chasing him out of the car or something like that.
Yeah, or just right after. Yeah, one of those two. And
she sees the sister. Yeah, she's there because she sees the sister fall. And she's like, that was really funny what you did, pushing her around.
Yeah.
And he's like, what is it to you?
Yeah, and then eventually Godfrey realizes that Irene isn't as mean-spirited as her sister. She genuinely is like, you know, just having... She says something like, oh, I think it's so bad that, like, you know, we're treating like these people like this. And Godfrey's like, say, if I come along with you, does that lady lose?
Yeah.
Does she lose a scavenger hunt? And it's like, well, yeah, I will beat my sister, and I really want to. And he's like, okay, you know, $5 is $5. I'll come and, like, you know, stick it to her. After this, they go to the Ritz, and what a scene. You walk in, and there's just, like, dozens of people, so many extras walking around, like, doing so much on screen. There's, like, monkeys.
Yeah. It's pandemonium in this hotel lobby.
Yeah.
We're watching a fat man at a bar complain about his annoying bitch wife, and then we see the annoying bitch wife. And everyone's, like, screaming and showing up with their stuff from the hunt, from the scavenger hunt. And then amongst them is Irene with our man Godfrey. And they go to like some podium where there's a guy who's like determining authenticity of the things or something.
Yeah, he's like the auctioneer type. He's kind of standing over, just like, oh, okay, so you found a like a Japanese goldfish, which is another one they needed.
Oh, yes, yeah. And he says, now he has like some questions. He's like, I got to determine you really are the forgotten man. And he's like, is that beard? He makes some mention of his beard and his clothes.
And he goes up and he goes, are those whiskers yours? And he's just like, had them since the day I was born. And he's like, may I? Like touches his beard.
Yeah, and then Irene wins. And Godfrey, before making his exit, he's like wanting to just get out. But before leaving, he's like, he stands up and he's like, you people are cretins or something.
Yeah, he basically rebukes all of them and is just like, you people should be ashamed of yourselves for treating men like me as a literal game. And you're paying me $5, which I think in today's prices wouldn't even be $100 adjusted for inflation.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
So they really lowball Godfrey. Well, the sister does, the bad sister.
Yeah, and he kind of tells them off, and they're kind of dumb, and they don't really react. They're like, "Oh, weird. This forgotten man told us off," but they're like not affected at all. They're like, "Who cares?"
They're like, well, I never, and then just keep going on drinking and.
Oh, I forgot. And then before he leaves, Irene is like, "Gee, I sure feel terrible about what we did to you. What if you were our waiter?" And he's like, "You got it."
Yeah, they're just like we keep having our butlers like walk out. Do you know how to buttle? And he's just like, yeah, I could do that. So Irene kind of gives him a tentative job, but like everybody else in the family is like, no, you're not in charge of getting our butler.
Yeah.
But Irene is really the only person willing to give him a chance, and you can definitely see the filmmaker's intent here of showing that really to get out of the pressure, you need just somebody to give you a shot. So somebody like Irene, who comes from a rich family, needs to give this destitute, forgotten man a job, and then he's very good at his job.
Yeah, the next day he shows up, right, in a suit.
He shows up in a suit, meets one of the maids in the kitchen, and they're like, "Oh, you must be the new butler." It's just like, well, leave your coat by the door because you'll probably be gone soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bell rings, and it's like, that's the madam wanting her tomato juice. She's got a hangover.
Yes.
He goes to kind of to bring the family their stuff. And for some reason, the dad like wants to fight him.
The dad is just like, who are you? He's the patriarch of the family. He's the only person who isn't like insane.
Yeah.
And I mean, even then, he's still kind of insane.
I'm guessing he's assuming that Godfrey was porking his daughter upstairs or something.
Or trying to steal something like that. He's instantly untrustworthy.
He's like, I was a boxer at Harvard, you motherfucker. So put him up. And then and then Irene or somebody shows up and he's like, that's Godfrey. He's our new waiter. And he's like, I like you, kid. And one of the nice things with this movie is that the father is kind of like, you said he's the only normal, sane one. Mm-hmm. It's kind of charming watching this movie in which this man Godfrey, our man Godfrey, my man Godfrey, deals with some of the most obnoxious hens you've ever seen, but there's just this fat man who's depressed by the fact that he's stuck with them and they're his family.
Yeah.
And no matter what happens, no matter what anyone says about Godfrey, he's like, listen, I put all my money on Godfrey because he's the only one who can if he can tolerate you fucking
people
slurs.
Yes. I do love when Godfrey brings the matriarch of the house her quote-unquote pixie remover. Her pixie remover is tomato juice and Worcestershire sauce, which I'd have to say definitely probably would get you up and going.
Sure.
Yeah. We might actually have to try that, Caleb. Next time you're over, let's do that.
Yeah, sure, I'm down.
Well, you're sick right now. Do you want me to go to the store and get you that? Some pixie remover?
Tomato juice, Worcestershire sauce, some of your famous Hudson pickles.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe some hot wings.
Hot wings. You can have the rest of my wings.
I need some more chicken for that sauce. That was good sauce. Yeah. Stay tuned for the hot wings video.
That'll be fun. But yeah, Godfrey instantly is like winning everybody over in the household. The mom is like, oh, okay, butler is, understands. The dad is like, well, you couldn't be much worse than the other butlers we had.
Yeah.
My family's crazy. Every single scene where he's just like, why are you all spending my money?
Yeah. He doesn't, what I thought this was going to be was some kind of like Parasite-esque thing where he harbors resentment towards the family. And he's going to pretend he's not the homeless bum. And the only one who knows that he was is going to be the one who remembers him, Irene, who hired him, who's going to keep his secret. And the other daughter who saw him for a second when he was the homeless man with the beard and everything before he was the butler might recognize him. And that's going to be the movie. No, they immediately are like, that's that fucking homeless Godfrey. I do not like him. He pushed me to an ash pile. I want him fired right now.
Yes.
And the dad is like, I don't care about you. That daughter rode a horse home and left it in the library, and it's destroying his house.
Yeah, Cornelia is the bad sister.
Cornelia.
Yeah.
And he's like, Cornelia, Godfrey's way better than you. I'm going to go drink. Yeah. And this begins what, a decent chunk of this movie is, where we have kind of humorous scenes with Godfrey doing Godfrey stuff, Cornelia wanting to get Godfrey fired, Irene loving Godfrey, the dad loving Godfrey, and the mom... I guess kind of also loving Godfrey.
Yeah, she's kind of oddly, I don't know if the word is standoffish, but she does keep him at arm's length. And she does treat him mostly as the help. Meanwhile, pretty much everybody else does see Godfrey somewhat on their level, besides Cornelia, where she's like, oh, you're beneath me, and I don't like you because you pushed me on the ash pile. Pretty much right after he cures her pixies, Cornelia is like, well, I want Godfrey gone. So the mom is like, okay, Godfrey, you had your day. Just go on home. And you see that the mom has someone, one of my favorite supporting characters in a movie in the 30s.
Really?
Carlo, her protege.
Uh-huh.
Now, a protege, I thought this would be like kind of, what would you call it? Like artistic shorthand for like a mistress type character. But it really is. Carlo is just some like, I think, Italian German guy who just wants to make art, but he's like a total hack and he's just eating the food in their house and doing nothing.
Yeah, it's kind of like a royal thing where like a lot of royal families in not just England, but just like Western Europe, they often saw themselves as servants of the people. Now, this is not true, but like, a lot, it was like a tradition that royal people or people with wealth and privilege and all this stuff like kind of felt they needed to give back or whatnot or serve society in some way. And it would seem that in this movie, being someone's protege is really just a way of saying, I'm really fucking rich and I think this is a good person. So I'm going to kind of just like adopt them or sponsor them or something and you're just going to live with us now. Mm-hmm. Carlo is just like, he's just like basically a dumb mute who, I mean, he's not a mute literally, but he's just a dumb-faced man who can't really do anything, who the mom for some reason sees like potential in, but who the dad is like, this fucking grifter hack, get him out of my house.
Yes. Carlo is hilarious. So the dad is always talking about money and how Carlo's eating them out of house and home. Uh-huh. Godfrey brings over a plate of hors d'oeuvres. They mention money. Carlo slaps his hands on his face and says, money, 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 the Frankenstein monster that destroys souls. And he walks over to the window and like puts his hands in like a very like just fruity position. He's like, leaning against it. Yeah. And like the entire scene goes on and he's just in the background completely still against the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Carlo. Carlo is hilarious. Once they tentatively, I guess, fire Godfrey for like one day before they're like, maybe it'd be good for Irene to have a sponsor. Irene kind of goes into like goth mode, where she's like in bed, she can't really do anything, or she's lying on the couch, and they're just like, Irene, do you need a doctor or an ice bag? And she goes, I don't want a doctor or an ice bag, I want to die. She's very much like
she fakes a spell.
She's very melodramatic,
which is like older lingo for like we haven't determined what an anxiety attack or whatever is yet.
Yes.
So she's just kind of like screaming, crying, hysterical. You know how they are. The mom is like trying to comfort her, and it just keeps going on. She's like, "What can I need Godfrey. Yeah. Bring Godfrey in here." But before they get Godfrey in there, they're like, "Carlo, do your impression."
Yeah, they're just like, "Carlo, cheer up with your impression of the gorilla." So Carlo messes up his hair, and he walks in the most insane physical performance I've seen.
It's pretty good monkey.
It's really good, and she's like, "No, he's scaring me. Get him to stop."
Yeah. Carlo fails, and the dad is like, "What is this fucking shit?" Godfrey comes in with like a flight of like 8 or 9 glasses of champagne. The dad grabs the tray and is like, "I'm gonna be upstairs." Disappears, and then Godfrey and Irene have one of many scenes where she's just in love with him, and he's just kind of obtuse.
He wants to keep her at arm's length because he wants to keep his job and be professional. It's not that he doesn't like Irene, but she's very clearly falling for him more than he is for her. Because he's a very refined man. It's kind of like those things of like some girls date a guy that their parents won't like to spite their parents to make them mad. Irene is kind of in the same vein where the parents don't hate Godfrey by any means, but he is... in their eyes, a homeless person, not of the same class. There is, a big thing of this is classism, So Irene is in some way doing this despite her parents who won't give Godfrey a chance. But of the kindness of her own heart, she genuinely believes Godfrey is a good person.
Yeah.
And wants to give him a chance. But it seems nobody else is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she sees like his heart of gold, I guess. I mean, he showed it to her when he was like willing to help her that night, and he showed her kindness, and she's attracted to him, and he's kind of, I mean, despite the fact he's homeless, if you just ignore that aspect of it, he is kind of like the ideal bachelor. He's intelligent, kind. I guess, well, those are his main two qualities. He's a nice person and he's smart. And he's handsome and, he's a suitable bachelor and he's cool. And he's not interested in the hotter sister. And this is the thing where, like, Irene is like the younger, she's the kid and she's kind of annoying. But her older sister, who is, in my opinion, more annoying, but seen as like the desirable one of the two daughters, this is the tale as old as time where, the pretty boy who is jilted by the older sister who gets everybody, he doesn't like her, so I can have him. And she's head over heels for him immediately. And this is kind of my main, I wouldn't say it's like a problem, but it's like the main thing about this movie that kind of distracted me, I guess. Even though I do like where it ended up, I did spend a decent amount of the movie being like, what is the conflict here? Because like where is this going to go? Because there's not really a clear reason why he doesn't reciprocate her interest. And so it's just a thing of like, is this just going to be contrived so that at the end they can fall in love and there's going to be no like reason for it? To the movie's credit, there is a reason. It makes sense. But I think it takes way too long to give you even a hint of it. So like I spent a decent portion just sitting there like, okay, I get it. I understand the situation. Where is this going to go? And I kind of got a little antsy because of that.
I think that's a valid criticism. I will say this. I think My Man Godfrey and Bring Up Baby both do have some problems on some, nothing that's like major, in my opinion, on either movie. But I can definitely see where you're coming from on Godfrey, where it seems like at a certain point it's just scenes of the family.
Yeah.
And some of them don't really have too much bearing on the plot.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd cut any out personally, but some are just there to show you how crazy Irene is for Godfrey, how messed up the family is.
Yeah.
Like there's like a scene that I love that's like right after this where Carlo is just like doing a little thing on the piano and he's going like, oh, Chichurenya, just like, and the mom is like, oh, I love that song. What's it called? And he goes, oh, Chichurenya. And she goes, oh, the lyrics of the song too.
Yeah.
And that's one of those things where it's like, does it really have to be in the movie? No. But me personally, I like being along for the ride with this cast of characters because this got nominated for a ton of Oscars.
Really?
It actually set a record for like the first movie that got Best Picture, Best Actor, Director, and Actress. It was the first movie to like get nominated for all four.
Huh.
First of all, because I think it was like the first year that they added a certain category to make it so that you could get.
Oh yeah, because in 1935 or 6 or something like that, that's when they added the supporting categories, and that would allow you to have 4 acting nominees in one movie.
Yes, that's right. Best Supporting Actor and Supporting Actress. So actually, I want you to guess. So Best Actor, Director and Actress makes sense. We know who it's going to be. I'm
guessing Irene.
Yes.
For actor? Okay.
Yeah, for lead actress, yeah. Now, for Best Supporting Actor, who do you think got that?
Won or nominated? Or wait, no, you said
nominated. This movie didn't win a single Oscar.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
I thought the Thin Man won for this for some reason.
No.
I thought this was like William Powers. Powers. Fuck.
William
I'm not even drunk. I'm just sick. I thought this was William Powers.
Caleb is dying.
I thought Billy Powers won his Oscar for this film for some reason. The dad?
No, Carlo.
What?
Carlo was Best Supporting Actor.
Nominated for an Oscar for playing the ape.
I love Carlo in this movie.
It's fine. It's just I'm surprised to hear that.
I guess I looked at like some of the other nominations, and they were for movies that I hadn't seen or ones where I'm just like, yeah. I mean, and somebody else did win, but it makes sense for Carlo to be nominated. I think
it's fine. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, and Best Supporting Actress. Who do you think?
It's got to be either the sister or the mom. What's the sister's name? Florentina?
Cornelia.
I'm sick. Cornelia. I'm guessing Cornelia?
The mom.
Okay, the mom. Okay. Oh, that's really, yeah, all right.
Yeah, and when I was researching this, I was just like, so this got nominated for 6 Academy Awards, won nothing, but in kind of like a little, oh, okay, well, that's fine. The Great Ziegfeld won, which had William Powell in it, Best Picture.
Huh.
So he did end up Going Home, starring in the Best Picture of that year. But it's like, I haven't seen The Great Ziegfeld, whatever the fuck that is. But if I had to like wager a guess, I assume this has aged better than that. From like all the reviews I've seen, that has not gotten the best reviews contemporarily.
Did he win for The Thin Man then?
I don't know if he won for The Thin Man. I believe that was like 2 years prior.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, 1933, 32.
Yeah.
Did William Powell die without an Academy Award?
Oh, man. That'd be sad. I hope that isn't true. I don't have that in my notes anymore.
My man Bill. My man Billy Powers.
My man Bill.
My man Bill died without his Oscar. That's interesting. Yeah, there's only a few movies in history that have gotten all those nominations, and they tend to never win. American Hustle
Yeah.
and Silver Linings Playbook, which are both David O. Russell, which came out 1 year apart. Both of those movies were nominated in every acting category and Best Director and Best Picture. And both of those movies didn't win any of those things.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and It Happened One Night, I think. Oh, and Silence of the Lambs. Those are like the ones that did that. Didn't know about Godfrey, though.
Yeah, Godfrey is the blueprint, apparently. I don't want to go too much into the plot because we are recommending movies for people to watch. So
Yeah.
I don't... We've said enough to like get people to go out. I'd say...
We've explained the trailer of the movie.
Yes. And we haven't gone like really into any spoilers that you can't assume already happened. You can watch My Man Godfrey for free, like on YouTube. Funny enough, when this movie came out, there was like some weird thing almost around the time it released where they filed the trademark incorrectly. So it was like immediately, what do you call that? Public domain. Yeah, it was immediately public domain. I have the Criterion version, and they can, that's their transfer of it. So they own that property. But you can watch this on YouTube. You can watch this on like all the free streaming services, Internet Archive, other websites that are just public domain movies. It's super out there. Same with Bringing Up Baby.
Yeah, Bringing Up Baby is on Amazon like 99 days out of the year.
Yeah.
Sorry, 99%. Now, Bringing Up Baby is on Amazon.
You're really fucked up right now. You need a pickle.
I'm in hell right now. Bringing Up Baby, I see that streaming everywhere. I've never noticed My Man Godfrey, before. Like I said, I didn't even know it existed, but I think I watched it on Archive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even if you're listening to this in the long future, it's probably still there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like I said, it is public domain. It will be there. You can find it everywhere.
Yeah.
Literally everywhere.
It's pretty good. It's worth your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and William Powell, it's just such a... he's one of those early actors that wasn't doing bad acting.
Yes.
I think that most of the principal cast in My Man Godfrey suffer from the same thing that most actors in that time period did, where their acting is just bad. It's not even like vaudevillian, which is always the defense people rush to. Like, well, they came from vaudeville, and it's like, okay, well, who cares? It sucks, for a lot of people. Their abilities seem to suck. And William Powell, he has the stuff, man. What a captivating actor to watch.
He really does.
Yeah.
Last fact I want to put out here, Caleb. Would you say that William Powell and the one who plays Irene, Carol Lombard, have good chemistry?
I wouldn't necessarily think to say that on my own. I think he is a really great actor. And I think that there's nothing where he's not reciprocating and giving more in any scene with any actor. But I didn't really love the actress who plays Irene. I thought she was incredibly grating in a lot of scenes. Not throughout the entire movie, but there were many times where I'm like, oh my God, like, when will these fucking women shut the fuck up? Because they're just like screaming and crying all the time. No, I don't think they have the best chemistry. I think it's fine. It's serviceable.
Well, that kind of shits on my fact, Caleb. I was going to do that.
Well, why'd you ask me?
Because I wanted this to be my lead-in. They were actually married before this movie, and they had been divorced for 3 years at that point. When the movie was entering production, William Powell signed on, and they were looking for, a leading actress. And he's like, how about my ex-wife?
Okay.
So they had been divorced for 3. And I find it very interesting that William Powell is just like, yeah, my ex-wife, I can work with her. And they're playing like a love interest. Amicable
divorce, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
That kind of blows my... So then why are they so awkward together? Maybe because they're divorced. Wow, she sucks, dude. I don't like that actress. What is her name?
Carol Lombard.
Carol Lombard. Is she in something else that we would know?
I think so. I think she's like famous because she was like in some plane accident and died like fairly young. Caleb, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? All right, Carol Lombard's great.
Oh no, I'm gonna hurt her feelings. The one who's been dead for 100 years.
Caleb, you're on your deathbed right now.
The Lord might take me tonight.
You don't need another ghost haunting you. When you arrive, you're going straight to hell, and she's like ramming a pitchfork up your ass. You're like, sorry, Carol.
I'm the forgotten. I'm gonna be wandering the dumpster in hell. And then she's gonna come to me and say, "Do you want $5 to come to the Ritz?" And I say, "Yes." And she goes, "Just kidding. I'm in heaven, actually." And she speeds off. Yeah, my Man Godfrey. 7.5 out of 10, I'd say right now.
Okay. Yeah.
On a grading curve for like all of movies. For an old movie, like I would say 9.
Okay.
For like a movie from pre 1945 or something like that, like around. Yeah. Mm-hmm. For a movie that's not in where movies start to become generally kind of like realistic acting, I would say. Mm-hmm. Not that they were, they were still. But for a movie from the 30s, of which a lot of them it's rough, I would say this is one of the better ones I've seen.
For the early, Hays Code era.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Hays Code came out 2 years before this. And this movie honestly doesn't have a lot of innuendo, trying to get around it. It's played pretty, G, PG.
Yeah.
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 I'd say if you're looking to get into older cinema, this movie's almost 90 years old. I'd say My Man Godfrey's a good entry point where it still has the sensibilities of modern humor, and it's not as you wouldn't tell somebody to watch Andrei Rublev or something if you're trying to get into black and white cinema and all that stuff. Yeah. Or
What this movie does have, this movie has its sense of humor. Its style of humor is a much more palatable style to the modern sensibility than things like Bringing Up Baby. Mm-hmm. I would say if you're not watching old movies, don't start with something like Bringing Up Baby because it'll be like, what is this shit? It's a very different time. It's a very different time. So
okay, yeah. 2 years after My Man Godfrey, Bringing Up Baby released, directed by Howard Hawks. Mm-hmm. Pretty at the time, famous director. Even in the public consciousness now, if you go back look at old films, Howard Hawks is one of the big names that you'll see consistently.
Yeah, he made many films. His top 2 that everyone always talks about are this and His Girl Friday. Mm-hmm. They're the 2 that he'll be remembered for, like Ed Wood.
Funny enough, at the time, Bring Up Baby was a huge flop.
Really?
It lost a decent chunk of change. It was labeled a box office bomb. And because of her performance in this, there is a famous ad that got put in a magazine called The List of Box Office Poison. It was, I believe, it's one of the most bizarre things.
Because of Hepburn?
Not because of Katharine Hepburn. Funny enough, they said her performance in this movie was great in this weird ad they took out to declare actresses like persona non grata in Hollywood for some reason.
Okay.
They said, while she was great in Bring Up Baby, apparently she doesn't draw a crowd anymore. So Katharine Hepburn is box office poison. Do not hire her.
Is this where the term came from? Is this the first time?
That is the ad that it comes from, yes. Yeah.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. So apparently this movie was so bad that they're just like, you don't get to make movies no more. And then after this, their careers did recover. Everybody involved. Howard Hawks, Cary Grant.
Oh, yeah. Katharine Hepburn's one of the most successful actresses in the history of the medium.
Yes. Yeah. I think it's really funny that this basically almost killed their careers. And then retroactively, as time went on, people went back in his filmography and they're like, oh, this is considered one of his worst? It's actually not bad at all.
I do kind of think it's not great. I think it's overpraised. I mean, this is my first time seeing it. And I don't love His Girl Friday either. I think it's better. I like His Girl Friday. I probably won't see it again, at least in this decade. It's something that I see myself maybe rewatching once. It's just not... screwball comedies from this era are not my thing generally.
Yes.
I felt like this movie, when I saw it, I was like, wait, this is what all the fuss was about? It felt very I don't know, like you have Katharine Hepburn, who I do love, and I think she's pretty darn good in it. But outside of her acting, there isn't really anything else in it that I liked that much. I hate Cary Grant, by the way.
Whoa.
I think he is one of the most overpraised. He's the Timothée Chalamet Zendaya of his day. I think he is a terrible actor. I think he's awful.
Oh my God.
I've never met anyone who shares my opinion. When I watch him, I just get violently angry at how much I just feel like every line delivery is just so wrong. You know, I hate his like that fake accent he does and his fucking overacting like face that he makes with everything. He's fucking Tim Allen, yet he's regarded as this like thespian. It's like, dude, eat my ass, Cary Grant.
Wow.
But that aside,
you might be the only person like in the world who shares that opinion.
Hey, here's the thing. There's nobody currently alive in this world who's seen his movies. If they watched them, they would agree with me. I think there's got to be others of us out there. There's little brothers out there who also see this. Do you think he's good?
I think he's good.
Generally?
Yes.
Fuck. What have you seen of his?
I've seen Charade. I've seen... there's other... I can't...
Charade's a good movie.
Yeah. I think Cary Grant's good in that too.
He's in good movies. Let me clarify this. He is in a lot of good films. But I think he's just,
Wow.
I don't think he is a good actor.
That's a hot take, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I completely disagree with that. I think Cary Grant is good in this movie. He's playing a sillier role than he usually does.
Yeah.
And I will say this. When I was talking about doing this episode, you did say beforehand, you're like, oh, you're going to make me watch a Howard Hawks movie. So the cards are kind of stacked against you when I'm just like, Howard Hawks and Cary Grant. So, I mean... Yeah, this just probably isn't your thing.
I've never seen a Howard Hawks movie that I liked, that I thought was worth a damn outside of His Girl Friday. And I haven't seen all of his stuff, but I've seen now that I've seen Bringing a Baby, I have now officially seen all of the considered like S tier or A tier Howard Hawks canon. I don't like any of it. I think he's like, it's not like the movie is entirely on his shoulders. Like, he's not the only factor. Mm-hmm. But I find his movies to have consistent problems, so I'm going to ascribe them to him, which is that I think that his sense of, like, directing scenes is just, like, it's like Tommy Wiseau level. Where it's like, I think that, like, people in his movies act like they're in different movies with each other. Like, Katharine Hepburn is so good that, you could cast her in anything and leave her to her own devices. She's going to deliver at least a good performance. But I think that her and Cary Grant have with the whole movie, I kept saying, like, why do either of you enjoy each other's company? You have no chemistry.
I also disagree.
No chemistry.
I think they have fantastic chemistry in Bringing Up Baby.
I think that you're gay.
No, you're gayer.
I think you're Chineser than I am.
You're the most Chinese man I've ever met, Caleb. That is great. I mean, I will say this. I've seen other people, movie reviewers, who retroactively have seen, like, Bringing Up Baby, like, this year, last year. And some of them do give it, like, 3 out of 5, 3.5. And I can understand that this isn't everybody's speed, because one critique I do have about this, especially near the end, it's like a mile a minute. Like, everything is just going so fast, especially like kind of in the outdoor scenes, to, put it in perspective. Some of it is just going so quick, and it kind of can get a little grating. Like, there's like a scene where they're outside and Cary Grant is like trying to actually, focus on like pushing the plot forward. Katharine Hepburn breaks a heel on her shoe, so she's like walking all stilted, and she goes, "Oh, look at me! I was born on a hill. I was born on a hill."
And you're like, "Shut the fuck up! It's not fucking funny."
I can see how it can get irritating. It doesn't 100% irritate me, but I can see that. But I mean, especially in the scenes where they're at like a luncheon and he accidentally rips her dress, and they have like this entire
I like that scene.
Yeah, this entire like vaudeville act of like her covering her butt and everything. I mean, I think in those they have great chemistry. I mean, they're playing at odds with each other. It's like what would you call it? It's like two left shoes. It's like these people do not go well together.
Yeah, it's a weird staple of a lot of romantic comedies, especially of that era. And My Man Godfrey is one of these too, and tons of love stories at this time where you have two characters that not only don't get along, but they're like the complete antithesis of each other, where you're like, how can they get together? Like, how are they possibly going to fall in love by the end? And what almost all of these movies fail at, for me, is delivering any kind of believable reason they fall in love. My Man Godfrey, you spend the whole movie going like, yeah, this bitch is fucking irritating. And then at the end, even up to the last scene, I won't give it away, but like, it still hasn't convinced, me, let alone characters in the movie. And in this movie, like, it's literally just, they're just, okay, and now we fell in love. There's no like reason for this. They're just like oil and vinegar. There's no... And when I say chemistry, by the way, I don't necessarily mean like as actors with each other. Like, their characters don't have chemistry. Their characters don't get along 1%. But Katharine Hepburn's just like in love with him. It's just like Irene Godfrey. She's just like, this man is going to be mine. And it's like, why?
I think the whole thing is that opposites attract, because Katharine Hepburn's character is, a rich brat. Meanwhile, Cary Grant is a paleontologist with an overbearing fiance who is not going to put out. This movie does kind of like skirt around the Hays Code. There's a lot of lines that are like, kind of like, oh, that got past the censors.
We're not going to have children. No children. So that means we don't.
Yeah. He's trying to say like, oh, tonight's our like honeymoon or something, or the wedding. And then the wife's like, well, you're not going to have any time on the wedding night. You have to go back to your work. And he's like, so we can't. And she's like, no, of course not.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a line that I really love in the beginning. He's a paleontologist, and he's putting together a brontosaurus. Mm-hmm. He has a bone. He's just like, I don't know where this goes. And his wife is his assistant. He says like, oh, try putting it in the tailbone. And she goes, you tried putting it in the tailbone last night and it didn't fit. And it's like, oh,
whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, he mail ordered a clavicle or something.
It's an intercostal clavicle.
I'm not even. By the way, I have no notes in front of me, and I'm sick. So this is just how good. That's how smart I am.
Impressive.
I didn't realize that Baby was a tiger or a leopard.
Leopard, yeah. A baby. Oh, jaguar, maybe.
Something.
It's from Brazil, so I think it's a jaguar.
Jaguars are black. This looks like a female tiger.
That's a panther's black.
A panther. Aren't jaguars also black?
I think they can. Well, jaguars don't have to be black. A panther's like a melanated cougar.
When you said jaguar, I'm picturing a cougar.
Yeah.
I'm picturing like a black panther.
Yeah.
I don't know cats. Whatever. It's a fucking tiger, as far as I'm concerned.
Sure.
It looks like a Chinese tiger. Okay. Like, picture a tiger as an American face, and then you Chineseify it. You have Baby in this movie.
For anyone listening who has both hemispheres of their brain, you know what a jaguar looks like. It's not.
So I don't study the cat kingdom, okay?
I mentioned 3 different cats.
Yeah. Well, there's tigers, cats, lions, and then a bunch of fucking bullshit that are all the same cat that we just have different names for.
Caleb,
it's a distinction without a difference, Nicholas.
I think your brain is boiling right now.
This cat is a tiger. I'm telling you, it's a Chinese-ass tiger. It's a tiger.
No.
Yes, it is.
It's from Brazil.
Anyway, its name is Baby, and I don't know why it's called Bringing Up Baby. Why did they name the movie after the fucking tiger?
Because that's the entire focal point of the movie.
Okay.
What do you mean, what? Have you seen the movie?
The focal point of the movie?
Yes, with Baby.
It's a fucking... They've been calling Star Wars lightsaber. Like, that's not the fucking... Whatever. Fuck this movie.
Caleb fucking hates it. Wow.
I don't think I'm saying anything that crazy here. It's really silly to name this movie Bringing Up Baby. It's not about Baby. It's a cat gets loose at some point. Who cares?
What do you mean, who cares? Of course Katharine Hepburn's character is going to care about Baby, because Baby was given to her by her brother, who's a hunter in Brazil, and he was just like, oh, we have this pet jaguar. Take care of Baby until I get back. And she wants to take good care of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then it gets loose, and pretty much everything that happens in the movie since it gets loose is related. Baby and Cary Grant's intercostal clavicle, are tied together.
Okay.
What? What, Caleb?
This is just not. This is you're full of shit. Here's the thing.
No, I'm not.
You know, Nick. I have some trivia for you. You ready?
Yeah, tell me your stupid trivia. Go ahead.
It's that you're gay. No, here's the trivia, Nick.
Fuck you,
Nick. Here's the trivia.
No.
Here's the trivia, Nick. Do you know the original title of Raiders of the Lost Ark?
I think you told me, but what is it?
It was called Bullwhip because it's important to Indiana Jones that he has a whip that he uses sometimes.
Okay, you're being cheeky right now.
It was called Buying a Bullwhip. And then they were like, wait, what if we call this something not
You're being very funny for someone who's going to die tonight, Caleb. If not by my hand, by the COVID that you got.
Okay, are you going to pretend that Bringing Up Baby is a good movie?
Yes, it is a good movie.
It's not. The story is nonsense.
It's a screwball comedy. I don't expect it to be operatic.
I'm not criticizing it in the way of no, real people wouldn't do this. I get it's a comedy. It's pointless. It's boring. It's not funny. When he's crawling around, or he's hiding in the bushes when the tiger is loose or whatever, the non-baby tiger, and it's this is no time for hide and go seek. Are you? Did you forget that a tiger's on the loose 1 second ago?
Caleb,
It's just so contrived.
Caleb, do you know what a screwball comedy is?
Yes, where people act like screwballs. I think this was the movie that they coined the term, right?
I'm not sure.
I think Howard Hawks might have coined it. Somebody coined it, I think, related to this movie. They're like, it's because everyone in this movie is a screwball. Yes, I know what a screwball comedy is.
I mean, these people are acting like caricatures. Yeah, that is the point, though.
But it's boring.
It's not boring.
It's boring. It doesn't, it's, okay, what is funny in this movie?
The dichotomy between Cary Grant and Katharine Hepburn, the fact that his intercostal clavicle keeps getting stolen. Yeah, the entire thing is so farcical that it's funny. The entire setup is funny.
You ever seen the show Blackadder, the Rowan Atkinson series?
I know that show, yeah.
There's a scene in it, they're talking about like an aardvark, and Blackadder's crashing out, and he's like, they're defining an aardvark. And he said it's a something insectivore with a protruding nasal implement or something like that. And he says, and then they're talking about it. He's losing his mind. He goes, if I ever see a goddamn aardvark, I'm going to step on its damn nasal protruding implement until it couldn't suck up an insect if its life depended on it. If I ever find an intercostal clavicle, I'm going to shove it so far up your fucking ass to make you feel the pain that I felt watching Bringing Up Baby. It did not move a mile a minute. This movie was dull as fuck. I needed so many beers to get through this.
Wow. This really did not work for you.
I think it's mid.
Okay. Fuck off.
I think it's bad. I think it's, I get why it bombed. It's fucking who could like this?
Okay, when you say bad, I want to gauge how bad. Out of 10, what would you give this?
For the time?
For your enjoyment.
I guess it's like 5.
For the time of 5? Okay.
For if I was in 1936 or whatever, like, yeah, this is like a 5 out of 10. Like, I would have not ever remarked on it. Compared to like what movies can do and how far they've advanced and like movies that hold up or don't, this is like a negative infinity.
Okay.
Sorry, negative half infinity.
Okay, Caleb.
Only half.
Sorry Jared Leto isn't in it. Sorry you can't enjoy it because it doesn't have fireworks.
My man Aries.
My man. Brain of Aries. Yeah. Caleb's favorite movie is Tron Ares, which we just saw.
Can I?
God is killing him right now. He's smiting you for your insolence and your retardary.
My insolence and my okay. Well, hang on a second. Here's the comeback, Nick. You ever considered that you're gay?
And I'm also Chinese. Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me here. You're gonna be really afraid of this.
Afraid of what?
You see what I'm doing right now, Nick? I'm opening up my cell phone where I have notes. I have prepared statements on this film.
Why do you have a tab open that just says child porn?
You can't see that. Okay, so number 1, Katharine Hepburn's an annoying bitch in this movie. She's fucking irritating. She's stupid. She's ramming her car into things. Immediately, you're like, I hope she dies because she's dumb, right?
Did you take these during the movie or after?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to know for context. Go ahead.
Yeah, during the movie.
Okay.
I wrote down, I'm just going to read what I wrote as I wrote it. These are bullet points. I hate Cary Grant, this vaudeville ass. Jack Lemmon is better. So here's the thing. So Jack Lemmon, have you ever watched Jack Lemmon's like early movies, like pre The Apartment?
No.
Jack Lemmon, I think, is a pretty great actor, and his acting style evolved with general acting styles. But when you watch Jack Lemmon in the 50s, even in The Apartment to some degree, but Jack Lemmon performances in the 50s, including his Oscar-winning role in Mr. Roberts, it's a lot of this like Cary Grant buffoonery of like that kind of bullshit. And then, he changed and evolved, and he became the master of like interrupting himself in a way that is like so precise but feels like completely authentic and stuff. And I think Cary Grant is doing the like evil twin, like nightmare universe version of what Jack Lemmon is good at. I think Cary Grant just fucking sucks dick. Anyway.
Wow.
I wrote, what did it take to be an actor back in this day? Just being a Jar Jar Jerry Lewis buffoon.
Jar Jar Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis is the biggest. Have you ever seen his comedies?
I have, yeah.
What do you think of those? You think they're great, don't you?
No.
But you think it's no different. I wrote down, plot is stupid, screwball crap, no one acts like this. This would be like watching Dumb and Dumber without the humor. Oh, this is the thing about the plot. Okay, here's what it is.
Wow, okay.
So the plot is stupid, and your defense of it is, well, it's a screwball comedy. Okay, Fair enough. There are many comedies where the plot doesn't make literal sense. It's a comedy. Fine. But there still has to be humor. That's the fucking problem. That's why I'm harping. It's not so much that the plot is bad or dumb. It is, but it's a comedy. It's fine. But this comedy isn't funny. I don't think there's anything in it that's that funny. The characters are grating. There's nothing clever. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean. I think you're wrong. I think this is a very funny movie. Okay, tell me. There's one scene that, this isn't spoiler. It's a very famous scene where they end up in Katharine Hepburn's, estate. He's taking a shower and she sends his clothes to go get pressed or something like that. And he has no clothes and he puts on her very frilly bathrobe. He goes to answer the door and it's like her mom or aunt. And her aunt's like, who are you? And he's like, I don't know who I am anymore. It's just like, to tell you the truth, why are you dressed like that? Because I just went gay all of a sudden. You didn't laugh at that or smile?
I did. That is, okay. I did laugh at that. That is literally my next note. There is one funny moment where Cary Grant yells, I'm gay.
Okay.
I did laugh at that. That is the one moment I thought was okay. And I thought of you and I'm like, this is definitely going to be something Nick talks about. Mm-hmm. It's very bizarre. It kind of feels like it's straight out of like a 2015 movie. And the way he leaps, it's the one time where Cary Grant, his physical comedy and his speech go together for me. The scene with the rip in the pants that you were talking about, I think that's pretty well done. It's not amazing. It's not mind blowing, but it's it's funny how they're moving and, there's some choreography to it. But the way, when he jumps, he goes, I just went, yay! And his hands fly up and he gets very rigid. I was like, whoa, that's okay. There's some lifeblood. But then it goes back to being a bunch of bullshit.
A bunch of bullshit. Caleb, I think you just hate whimsy.
I hate whim something. What else did I write here? I wrote down His Girl Friday was better, and then I wrote, remember, you did watch it on Oxy after surgery. Which is true. I watched His Girl Friday for the first time when I was recovering from my surgery, taking 3 Oxys a day. Damn. So who knows if I even liked it. That's the end of my notes. I do want to point out the thing that I hate the most about this movie is the end. The fucking ladder scene is
Yeah, I do have problems with the end as well. The scene before that, and then I guess mentioning where it takes place, I guess is kind of a spoiler. But yeah, I'm not big. It does really end too, kind of like how Godfrey also ends. But Godfrey's does make more logical sense.
I like the ending of Godfrey.
Yeah.
It's satisfying. It's like I said, I think it's contrived relationship wise, but it's a written ending. Bringing a baby, it's just come on, with the swinging back and forth. Come on. So stupid.
You think that's, wow. I really don't. I don't have any strong opinion about that.
She doesn't realize she's swinging on a ladder. He doesn't realize either. They're both moving back and forth insane speed, and they neither have any idea. They're too dumb to live.
First of all, like I said, screwball comedy. People do stuff that is stupid, and that's why it's funny. Also, Katharine Hepburn's character is extremely ditzy in this movie, not paying attention to any danger or peril. She's crashing cars.
Thank you.
Not paying attention.
You're helping my argument.
That's the point. Yeah, she's a crazy person, but there's some charm. There's some charm that Cary Grant finds in her. Because he's so straight-laced, he has his wife who's not going to put out or do anything. And then she's the free spirit. So their personalities clash, but opposites attract.
Okay, let's talk about how opposites attract. This is such a bastardized idea that people use to explain any kind of fucking flaw with romance movies. In real life, polar opposites do not fucking attract. The only thing that has any credence about this opposites attract thing is opposites in terms of manageable personality traits. My parents are pretty similar in a lot of ways. And the things that they're opposites on are things that you can get along with someone and be opposites in. My dad is not the most empathetic guy. He's like a robot. My mom, complete opposite. But they have the same morals, values, whatever. They get along, same sense of humor, all the things that you need in order to actually be with somebody. It's all there. These characters share nothing in common. There's no reason they would like each other.
I believe that your parents get along well together. That isn't indicative of every relationship in the world. That is, your empirical evidence. I believe that you believe that.
It's just one. No, it's the truth. There is no couple on earth that is happy that are literal opposites.
You can't know that for sure.
I can.
No.
I can't think of one I've ever. Okay, can you think of a couple you know where they are like literally opposite people, but they love each other and genuinely enjoy their company? No.
I'm just talking about the human element and how it is possible.
It's not.
If it
were possible, okay, you're using words like empirically. Scientifically, for something to be like determined to be possible, it has to be possible. You have to have evidence of it. You don't just write in a journal, I think the flying spaghetti monster invented the universe because, you know, we don't know it didn't happen.
The flying spaghetti monster, which you thought was made by H.P. Lovecraft.
I asked
That's right.
if it was made by H.P. Lovecraft.
You think a guy who writes about scary squids made a spaghetti monster?
I don't know what he writes. I read real books. I didn't know that he writes about squids. I don't know what Lovecraft is. I don't think that gay like movies about squids coming out of people's heads is like real cinema. I don't waste my time with that bullshit. Sorry.
I love all the stuff you take a stand on. It's the most bullshit.
Okay, yeah, it's so when I take a stand on it.
Squids are coming out of their heads. How do you expect me to watch this shit? There's a jaguar that also is a cougar. What the fuck?
The jaguar is the cougar. Listen, the tiger, lion, jaguar, cougar was bad.
You get hung up on the most inane bullshit.
I'm hung up on that because I can't think of what these fucking cats are called. I'm not literally hung up on the tiger. The problem, in all earnestness, the problem with this movie is that everything about it is bad. Here's the problem with this thing. It's just pointless. I didn't get anything out of it. And you can obfuscate about this couple thing of being like, you don't know about the opposite thing. Fine. I won't even try to argue that because it's pointless. You know, Nick, that if we gathered like 15, 20 people that we know that have good senses of humor and we made them all watch Bringing Up Baby, that none of them would think this is a good movie.
I'm sure that of our friend group, there would at least be a couple people who would find this pretty funny or would like it or would at least give it. Okay, what's your metric for liking it or finding it funny? Like for liking it, would you say like 3 out of 5 stars is the threshold?
I guess. Sure. Over half. Sure.
I mean, I guarantee our close friends could watch this and be like, yeah, not masterpiece theater.
Our close friends saw Sinners and thought it was okay.
No, they didn't. Well, one of them thought it was fine.
Yeah.
One of them.
And the other one thought the fucking Substance was good.
But
So their taste is in their ass.
I love how you're just like, let's gather our friends because they have good taste. Oh, by the way, our 2 closest friends are fucking stupid.
I did not say because they have good taste. I said because they have a good sense of humor. Good sense of humor, Nicholas. Sinners and The Substance are not comedies.
Well, I was laughing a lot when I saw Sinners. I was like, oh. Yeah. Man. So, Caleb, what would you rather watch again? Would you rather watch Sinners or Bringing Up Baby?
Fuck.
Or would you rather cut your penis off?
I would rather cut my penis off than watching those movies. Those are both of those movies were like insufferable for me to sit through.
Wow, insufferable.
Yeah. Anyway, so Nick, tell me what you like about Bringing Up Baby, because I feel like we kind of just were yelling for the last 20 minutes. So what do you have written down there? What do you want to talk about?
We've been yelling for 20 minutes. Oh man, I talked about a lot of the quotes here. What do I have? I will say this, and this is one thing that works in comedies, is neither character thinks they're funny, and that, you know, that's why it works. You have to play if you're playing a crazy character like Katharine Hepburn, you have to play that completely straight, that she doesn't think that she's like some ditzy airhead. She thinks that she's just going through life her way, and that's why I think that this works for me. Oh, Caleb, I think I know why you hate this movie. It was written by a woman.
Was it really?
Yeah. Hagar Wilde, I believe, pen name. She had written the original short story, which is very interesting because Cary Grant and Katharine Hepburn's characters in the short story are already engaged. So the whole thing of his wife, working with him in like the dinosaur exhibit, she doesn't exist. That was made for the movie. Their dichotomy in the short story is that they're already engaged and they get baby and they go through a lot of the stuff that happens in the movie and they're kind of on the rocks at the start of it. And then they, fix their relationship near the end through working together.
I think you're right about why I don't like it. That would have made way more sense if they were just like a not perfect couple already. Because there's no reason these fucking strangers would fall in love from the events in this movie.
Well, I guess shared trauma does
trauma. Yeah, they lost a cat.
in the like what, Connecticut wilderness?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. world's going to come to an end.
They go through some peril beforehand where, they're basically on the road. He's trying to, like, find his... I guess I wouldn't say peril.
He's trying to find a bone for his dinosaur exhibit that she breaks because she's a who doesn't understand how ladders work.
I like you get hung up on that part.
I'm not... Okay, just because I bring something up doesn't mean I'm hung up on it.
It's such a nothing moment.
If it's such a nothing moment, then how come you can't argue it except just calling me
Because you are anything you say is therefore.
Okay. I'll agree at that point.
Okay. All right.
I guess that is a circular logic you cannot argue with, which is I see you as a therefore everything you do is something I can dismiss.
It's like a code. If Caleb talks, then call him.
Yeah, I'm just a stupid and I don't know what good movies are.
I agree. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, 2 thumbs up recommend Bring Up Baby. I give Bring Up Baby a 1 thumbs up. I do like My Man Godfrey more, which I know you also agree as well.
Yeah.
Obviously. I think there's merit to Bring Up Baby. I think that if you just cannot stomach screwball comedies or this type of stuff, and if you're like Caleb, you're not going to like it. But I'm surprised you didn't like it as much as you did. I thought you would have at least tolerated this more.
No, it's just ass, man. It's just terrible. It's just awful, dude.
Did your ancestor write the box office poison ad that mentioned this? Maybe.
The Fourth Reich will rise. We will step on these fucking films and make sure that they are forgotten. We will burn the books that are needed. We will burn the digital copies of this bad movie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I don't know. There's a few screwball comedies that I've seen that I thought were decent, but I kind of feel like it's just an excuse to literally just make a Three Stooges movie and then, oh, it's good because actors who later were in real Kino are in it, so therefore it's like elevated. Nah. Doesn't pass the smell test.
Interesting take.
The Bell Cab test.
The Jaguar test?
How can I rearrange the letters in my name to make a test? The Bellac test. The Becall test.
Yeah.
Buccal fat.
The buccal fat test.
The buccal fat test. Katharine Hepburn has skinny cheeks.
She's pretty hot.
Ugly bitch. No, she's not.
Wow, okay.
What are you talking about?
Oh, she's
one of the most horrific looking women I've ever seen.
Oh my god.
Talented actress. But I mean, like she makes Meryl Streep look like Sydney Sweeney.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's ugly.
I'm gonna start throwing up. That's so insane. I will say you aren't alone in that
No,
regard.
I'm not.
There are some people who do believe that as well.
Wait, are you saying I'm not alone or I am alone?
You're not alone. There are some people who do not find Katharine Hepburn like attractive.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, like 5% of people are on the right side of the bell curve of intelligence. There's a few of us. Sorry.
Caleb's dying tonight and he doesn't know it yet.
This is like one of your favorite movies, isn't it?
It's not one of my favorite movies. It's just very funny the stuff that you find a problem with in this.
Okay, man, you have some of the most insane nitpicks of like unimpeachable classics, and it's that crazy that I hate this film.
Go ahead, say one nitpick I have that you think is insane.
The fuck what we were talking about last night, The Deer Hunter.
That I think Deer Hunter is an overrated movie.
Yeah, now you're gonna back off and make it sound like you had a much more.
What
casual...
is my say my nitpick then?
Your problem with the movie is that it's not the movie you would have made. You're like you were talked about how you're like, oh, they had this thing and it's really good, but then the rest of it is bad, pretty much.
Well, Caleb, isn't that every single critique where it's like, I think the movie would have been better if they did it this way? Everybody is thinking how they would direct a movie better if they're film-minded like us while they're watching it.
Sure, you're thinking of what you would do, but you can't hold the movie to you can't judge a movie purely on what you would have done. I don't know. I don't think that's that crazy.
I mean that's inherently like the basis of critique.
No, it's not.
Yeah, what you would do if in your mind as a reviewer you think that you have some rubric that is not unimpeachable, but like, you know, has the framework for a good movie, you are going to in your review be like, well, according to my rubric, which I think is correct in some way, I would have done it this way. And because it doesn't reach this rubric of stuff that I find acceptable or I like to see, then I'll give it like, you know, a higher, lower score based on that rubric.
I think that's how some people do it. I don't think that's the basis. I think the basis is whether it worked for you or not. But being a solution provider is a different thing from being just a diagnostician. Being able to say this didn't work for me is a different thing from saying this is how it should have been. Like those aren't the same exact mindset or whatever, or like process.
I completely disagree.
Well, then you're disagreeing with, you know, the word of God because it came out of my mouth.
The word of All right. We actually do have to end this because we do have a friend coming over to help us film something.
Yeah.
So
We have 2 minutes to go.
fuck, we really do.
So let's spend 2 minutes in silence.
Meditating. 2 minutes where I ritualistically sacrifice Caleb.
2 minutes of silence in an abyss is more entertaining than all of Bringing Up Baby combined.
You're gay. And also a Nick. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening. If you are a patron and want to suggest an episode, like my sweet mother did, feel free to send us an email.
Your poor mother is going to click on this episode and be like, oh my gosh, they watched the movies that that told my son to do. This will be so fun.
It's going to be me yelling and calling you a for like 30
Just like,
minutes.
you We're going full Edmund on each other.
Oh my God.
Who would have known that these like little innocent movies would cause the most like resentful fight?
It's the most bizarre thing to fight over. The most bizarre movie that I did not expect us to be like butt heads on.
Yeah.
Email us your suggestions if you're a patron at yourolderbrothers@gmail.com. We are Your Older Brothers Podcast on TikTok and Instagram. On X, we are You Are Older Brothers. And if you like this episode, send this to your friends. Patreon.com/YourOlderBrothers. You get 4 episodes a month for only $5.
Do you know the original title of the social network?
What is it?
It was I Like My Computer, so I'm going to use it to make a website called Facebook.
Fuck off.